Cik Nick, saya masih tak dengar. Tak dengar. Tak dengar Cik Nick?
Assalamualaikum.
Okey, baru dengar. Alright.
Dia kena pakai earphone. Okey.
So we wait for at least another 5 minutes lah, alright?
No problem.
Okay, kita tunggu sekejap and then baru kita start. 2:35, is it okay Cik Nick? Okay
I'm okay.
Alright, okay. Antara student nak masuk ni baru dalam 30 something ni.
Okay, ramai lah tu.
Sebabnya kita expected that 200 plus untuk semester 5 ni, kan? Macam last week kita ada attendance yang bagus, alright? So hopefully this week pun dapat attendance, good attendance from the students, semester 5 students. Okay, kalau kawan-kawan, yes. For those yang ada dekat sini, saya minta tolong please sampaikan pesanan, minta kawan-kawan masuk. Kita akan mula pukul 2.35. Thank you.
Cari lah.
Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang kepada semua. Okay, so we still have students coming in, so I think that we can start lah because it's already 2:35 kan. Alright, okay. Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang kepada penceramah kita, Cik Nick. Lagi sekali, alright, for this week. Alright, okay. And kepada semua pelajar-pelajar semester 5. This week kita ada pelajar semester 5 ya Cik Nick.
Okay, alright.
Okay, and then okay, so saya selaku koordinator Kemahiran Insaniah FKE, so ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua pelajar yang memberi komitmen pada petang ni dan juga kepada Cik Nick sendiri lah sebagai penceramah kita. Okay, so kita memandangkan kita terpaksalah buat webinar ni, alright, sebab ini adalah satu program wajib untuk pelajar semester 4 sepatutnya. Tapi disebabkan pelajar semester 5 yang di semester ni dia terlepas sebab kita tak boleh nak adakan pada semester lepas, so kami bawa untuk dilakukan pada semester ni lah. Okay, so saya bacakan sikit lah Cik Nick punya CV untuk pelajar, untuk kenal sedikit sebanyak lah. Nanti Cik Nick akan explain lagi in detail pasal diri Cik Nick kan. Okay, so penceramah kita pada petang ini, Cik Nick Abdul Talib. So he is a trained leader in the field of talent management for a public listed company in Selangor. Okay, he owns a number of qualifications, training and professionals memberships. Okay, so Encik Nick has spent at least 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, alright, in the training domain. So bridging the areas in communication, leadership and behavioral study. So his specialty training areas include NLP, effective communication and leadership, coaching and winning mindset, and a lot more actually. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Encik Nick. So hopefully students, you can gain something from this evening's program. Okay, dipersilakan Encik Nick.
Okay, thank you very much Dr. Putri dan urus setia UiTM. Hello everybody. Harap semuanya okey-okey aja. Okay. Today kita bersiaran daripada rumah because tak masuk office hari ni. Okay, a little bit about this program yang the second session. Saya minta I seek request to speak in two languages, English plus Malay mix. Okay, the title yang kita akan share ini is Graduates Employability. Okay, it's the right time to talk about this sebab you have time before you graduate. So Nick nak mempersiapkan korang untuk by the time korang keluar nanti, you know, you will all be ready to find work sebab as we know sekarang ni COVID, it's a very different phase altogether. So undergraduate punya employment memang dari dulu tinggi. Apatah lagi dengan COVID ni, bila orang-orang yang ada kerja pun berhenti, so it's going to be challenging. And dunia dah berubah. Itu yang kita nak cerita. So we are going to talk about trends and how all of you can remain competitive. Kalau ada yang tak pasti atau nak tanya soalan, terus tanya because I will be more I hope kita akan dapat bercakap dengan lebih sikit sebab kita ada 1 jam. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce myself, Nick, daripada Muhibbah Engineering. I prefer orang panggil I Nick saja, tak payah Encik Nick semua . What I do is saya dalam HR. I am basically in charge of talent management. Talent management ni dia satu part di mana kita recruit, katakan kita recruit undergraduates ataupun graduates, dan kita bawa dia masuk dan kita plan dia punya career path. So I am responsible in kita ada develop my grads dekat Muhibbah Engineering, iaitu specific program for young graduates, fresh grads, with accelerated program with training etc. So a little bit about Muhibbah. Muhibbah is a public listed company. Macam biasa nak dengar, ada tak orang yang tak kenal Muhibbah Engineering? Boleh tak offkan mic kejap, lepas tu cakap tahu ke tak tahu Muhibbah Engineering?
Tak tahu.
Okay. Tak tahu.
Tak tahu.
Tak tahu. Okay, ramai tak tahu tapi sebenarnya Muhibbah dengan UiTM sangat dekat we are just at Jalan Batu 3 lama. Sedikit sebanyak about Muhibbah. Muhibbah ni dia memang low profile, dia tak banyak sangat ni but we are involved in 3 big sector. Number 1 is kita involved in construction. Number 2, we are well known in marine. Marine ni maksudnya construction of marine Dan nombor 3, we have moved into oil and gas. Dan currently lepas ni we have also defense and security. Okay. Where are we? HQ kita dekat Padang, dekat Jalan Batu 3 lama, depan sikit daripada JPJ tu. And we have all around the world. Kita ada daripada Qatar, kita ada dekat Philippines, kita ada dekat Cambodia, kita ada dekat Jerman. I myself sebenarnya direkrut oleh Muhibbah untuk projek dia orang airport facility, Hamad Airport Facility dekat Qatar sebenarnya. So I'm actually from Doha. So a bit of myself. Okay. Apa yang korang nak tahu? Yang paling penting dekat dalam slide ni ialah saya punya email dengan nombor telefon. Itu je yang penting. Yang lain tu tak penting. Total 18 years of experience, mix education and human resource. A total of 5 years I was in Middle East. Saya kerja dekat Middle East dengan Muhibbah dan juga dengan another company. My background is economics. Okay. So jangan ada ramai yang tak tahu kebanyakannya mungkin electrical punya fakulti lain lah, tapi selalunya kalau social science dia belajar benda lain, dia buat benda lain. Okay. Sama dengan saya belajar economics. I majored in economic development daripada UKM. I have a masters general management from Australia, and yang lain bawah tu is basically my professional cert, which is satu benda yang sangat penting sebenarnya dalam mencari kerja sekarang ni, professional cert. Sebab orang-orang industri dia tak berapa suka sangat dengar ada MBA ke ada doctorate ni, sebab that is more academic bagi diorang. So for us it's more professional cert apa yang you ada. For example, project management professional yang melibatkan electrical ataupun ada electrical punya certificate, itu is important. But enough about me. Saya tak nak cakap pasal saya lebih nak cerita pasal about all of you. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna skip this and I'm just gonna ask a question. Berapa ramai yang dah ready sebenarnya kalau tiba-tiba hari ni korang grad, tiba-tiba je lah diorang kata okay lah COVID ni dah habis, kita nak bagi bonus kat korang semua yang tengah belajar SEM 5 semua habis, dah boleh graduate dah. Are you actually ready to go and find work? Off mic kejap, bagi tahu I kejap. Adakah you are ready? Belum lagi?
Tak ready.
Dalam bidang sendiri tak ready.
Dalam bidang sendiri tak ready? Kenapa tu? I tak nak jawab dah.
Tak ada practical work lagi kot.
Oh, tak ada practical work lagi. Okay, alright. Okay, the session yang sebelum ni pun ramai sebenarnya yang kata tak confident. Confident atau tak confident is not an issue. Confident hanya datang bila we are equipped with the knowledge. For example, bila kita nak pergi ke depan, kita nampak apa yang ada ke depan, then we will be ready. Tapi sekarang ni, of course banyak tak ready sebab ramai yang belum diberitahu lagi. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know now. COVID-19, global recession dan juga fresh graduates unemployment memang benda yang dah lama dicerita. Kita dah cerita pasal global recession way 2-3 years sebelum ni lagi, whereby specialist ataupun analyst dah kata dah we might probably go into a global recession. Fresh graduates unemployment, and I'm talking about Malaysia, dekat Malaysia memang daripada dulu every year meningkat. Okay, every year meningkat. Dan this year is going to be worse. This year, most probably next year, is going to be a bit worse because kita ada COVID-19 pandemic, whereby now not only fresh graduates je yang unemployed, kita ada orang-orang yang dah lama bekerja, 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, dia orang pun kena retrench ataupun hilang pekerjaan. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to equip ourselves with the future. Sebab COVID-19, kalau you pernah dengar orang kata, it's like a reset lah. Dia macam satu button reset yang siapa tak tekan, dia telah mereset semua benda kat dunia ni. Okay, daripada segi kita punya new norm, daripada segi kita kena pakai mask, kena scan, etc. As well as juga trend-trend dalam pekerjaan sebenarnya yang paling penting. Okay, we have seen daripada last year atau this year yang paling terkesan lah. Masa COVID, how we have to recruit, cara HR recruit, jenis staff yang HR recruit dah berbeza. Dia dah lain. So we're gonna go to that very soon. Okay. All these three, COVID, global recession, fresh graduates unemployment, they present two things. They present opportunity and also challenges. Now, we don't want to talk about challenges. Sebab kita tahu, tengok challenges is always about looking at the negative part ataupun looking at the back. We have in mind the challenges. Now we want to look more on the opportunities ataupun what is it for you guys. For you guys yang nak cari kerja, sebab I memang dah bekerja kan. So I nothing much lah, just nak move. Okay. Kalau you tengok sini semua orang nampak the artikel yang saya save daripada ni, and this is basically 2018, 2019, 2020 you can look. Sebenarnya most of it is 2020. Malaysian grads working as rubbish collectors in Singapore. Okay, Malaysian grads So graduate sekarang ni ada bachelor, kita nampak dekat Singapura dia dah kerja buat kutip sampah. Bukan cerita pasal kutip sampah ke tak kutip sampah. Cerita dia pasal undergraduates tak ada kerja. That's why they have to go actually to venture into kerja collect sampah. Bukannya kerja tak bagus, tapi kerja tu sebenarnya for a graduates, you are equipped with something higher than that. Okay, more and more graduates are facing unemployment di Malaysia. DOSM kata jobless among graduates rose to 3.9% in 2019. That is lebih kurang, kalau tak salah saya, if I'm not mistaken, the stats kata lebih kurang a few million in 2019, and the numbers are just going to climb up. Siapa punya problem sebenarnya graduate unemployment kat Malaysia ni? Is it government? Is it kita? Is it industry atau siapa? Itu pun selalu persoalan-persoalan yang sering kali ditanya lah. And tough times for graduate. And this is on the 19 October 2020. Orang dah nampak dah. UTM Career Center, dia dah kata dia dah nampak tough times for fresh graduates. And that is very true. Very true sebenarnya. Okay. Before we proceed, all of you must equip yourself with proses HR nak ambil you guys kerja, so that bila you faham kerja tu, you understand apa nak tackle. Okay, my presentation is always 3 point je sebab I tak nak bagi banyak-banyak. So the first thing, let's clear about recruitment dulu. Kalau you pernah dengar orang kata recruitment, hiring, what is it actually? Recruitment ni sebenarnya adalah kerja-kerja HR, orang-orang macam I dan banyak lagi orang dalam company lain yang HR, yang identify, interview dan hire. Bila orang kata recruitment, itu 3 tu terkandung dalam kita punya proses. Basically what we do is we identify siapa talent yang kita nak panggil, what's the background, what type of person they are, personality dia macam mana. Kita shortlist dah, kita interview dia orang to see sama ada betul tak apa yang dia tulis kat CV dia tu betul dia boleh buat. Itu masih interview, that's the role of interview sebenarnya. So your CV and apa yang you ada mesti connect. Dan lepas tu kalau kita rasa interview tu dah power, so basically what we do is we'll hire you lah. Okay, so 3 benda ni adalah tak lama lagi. You habis semester 8 kan, if I'm not mistaken. So semester, lepas habis semester, no actually bukan sebelum habis semester lah. Sekarang ni you kena buat dah. You kena prepare yourself. Because daripada 3 proses ni, ada 3 benda yang penting. All these 3 stage ni require something special from you daripada setiap satu. Now, what is the criteria? Atau apa 3 benda special yang kena ada tu for you to get hired? Siapa tahu? Senyap semua orang.
Personality.
Personality, betul. Tepat sekali. Lagi?
Academic experience.
Experience, alamak. Fresh grads mana ada experience?
Talent.
Talent.
Skills.
Communication skill.
Alright, attitude semua betul
Capable.
Capable sangat betul. Sangat betul. Okay, sangat betul. Now, semua yang korang cakap tu semua betul. Tapi perasan tak, whatever that you have said just now is more related to benda-benda yang bukan korang belajar. For example, personality is not something that you learn, betul tak? Cable is not something that you learn. Okay, cable is not something you learn. Personality bukan something you learn. Communication skill is not something that you learn. Sebab itu mungkin antara elective lah, tapi it's not something that you learn. A lot of things yang you buat sebenarnya, yang you tahu, does not relate to whatever you have been learning. So sebenarnya korang tahu. Now, I will let you know apa sebenarnya kriteria. 3 kriteria paling penting kita nak ambil because this is based on HR, my experience dekat Muhibbah Engineering dan juga my friends dalam HR yang lain, kita dah bercerita, kita dah kata benda yang sama. The only thing is there need to be an alignment between I sebagai orang industri dan juga universiti. Dia 2 benda yang beza. Sebab tu orang kata bila you keluar universiti, kadang-kadang you rasa macam lah, kenapa tak align whatever yang I belajar dulu dengan sekarang, apa yang belajar tak boleh pakai. Okay, ada benda yang boleh, ada benda yang tak boleh. But I will let you know. Kriteria pertama nak get hired is you must have a super CV. Siapa yang dah ada CV, dah buat CV dah sekarang? Ada? Tak ada?
Ada.
Ada CV korang tu korang dah bagi orang yang ada experience check ke belum? Tengok betul ke tak betul, boleh jual ke tak boleh jual?
Tak sure tapi pernah guna untuk internship diploma.
Yes.
Internship. Okay, alright. Okay.
So saya bacakan dekat chat room ni, ada yang cakap dah buat tapi macam tak complete.
Okay, alright. Oh, thank you Dr. Putri sebab I tak boleh tengok I punya
it's
tepi
okay.
ya. Okay.
Saya akan bacakan yang dekat chat room tu.
Alright. Okay, CV, resume, there's a difference. CV, Nick, CV ke resume ni? Okay, dekat industri kita pakai resume, kita tak pakai CV. CV shows your detail academic punya qualification. Resume talks about your a bit about your, it's mostly about your experience. Tu beza dia. So what we need is kita perlu, all of you have a, when I say super CV ataupun super resume, I nak bezakan CV dengan resume, I nak kata resume lah. You need a super resume. What does it mean by super resume? It's well organized, typo dengan grammar tak ada, because itulah benda yang sangat selalu I tengok dekat dalam fresh grads punya duties versus now these three benda yang I tulis kat dalam super CV, super resume ni adalah benda-benda yang throughout my years in HR I dah nampak tau undergraduates buat salah. Nombor satu, dia punya CV tak organize, bersepah. That means bila orang nak baca dia macam stresnya nak baca macam tu. Nombor dua, typo dengan grammar dia teruk, because they wanted to project English dalam tu, tapi I tak tahu dia copy paste ke ataupun I don't know macam mana, tapi typo and grammar selalu teruk. That is wrong, because you are telling the HR yang you have no penguasaan dalam bahasa Inggeris you. Okay. And nombor tiga yang paling selalu salah, and we will take satu sampel nanti is a lot of times you go to your practical. Dalam CV you tulis kerja you masa practical dan bukan accomplishment you masa practical. Certain place okay, tapi generally dekat dalam market they would be more interested to see what you accomplish. Accomplish maksudnya masa internship tu apa yang you dah belajar ataupun apa project yang you dapat settlekan, ataupun if it's something new you develop, itu yang kita nak tengok. That one shows you sebagai seorang yang sangat committed and you can do something, ada added value. Kalau you letak duties, dia macam it's just your job scope sahaja. Itu beza dia. So nombor satu, we will see CV kejap lagi. Nombor dua, personality. Tadi ada siapa yang jawab personality dia? You must have super personality. When I say super personality, apa yang I selalu nampak tak ada dalam graduates? Tak confident, communication skill tak ada, appearance teruk. And I tak tahu macam mana nak salutkan benda ni dengan gula. Tapi yang I nampak, of course due to you being a fresh grad, confident you tak ada, your communication skill tak ada, your appearance tak ada, dan these three things sebenarnya adalah benda yang sangat industri ataupun hiring manager tengok. Hiring manager nak tengok somebody yang sangat confident, maksudnya dia tak risau, somebody that is reliable, boleh bercakap, because dalam kerja dia bukan macam belajar mungkin you boleh study and then buat exam. Kerja tak boleh, kerja requires you to talk, to communicate with so many people nak get one project solved. So transition korang, kalau korang jenis communication skill tak berapa strong sekarang, dengan korang nak pergi ke kerja tak lama lagi after semester 8, these few years ni, few semesters ni, make sure you brush up on your confidence dengan communication skill. Communication skill mesti superb. Kalau tak superb, susah sikit. Susah untuk dapat kerja dan susah orang nak bekerja dengan you, susah. Appearance, I have seen fresh graduates datang dengan pakai jaket jaket keluar ataupun jaket yang tak proper lah. Okay, so make sure you need to have a very good experience. Tak payah kata, bukan kisah sampai mahal, pasal properly dress. Okay, rambut semua bersikat, and that sort of thing. Itu nombor dua. Nombor tiga, potential. Potential ni hanya kita HR dan hiring manager yang boleh nampak. Secara pendek kita nak cakap macam mana nak nampak potential ialah knowledge, leadership skill dengan teamwork kena nampak dalam diri you. You kena nampak macam you seorang yang memang ada knowledge, because bila tanya model-model ataupun teori-teori you boleh jawab. Ataupun bila kita tanya masa you buat dekat you masa praktikal apa you buat, you boleh jawab apa yang you guna knowledge masa you belajar dekat practical. Because satu soalan yang selalu sangat orang suka tanya fresh grads ialah, what have you learned in your internship and does it relate to what you've learned? Dia tanya yang you belajar kat universiti tu, you pakai tak masa you punya practical? Dan selalunya bila dia start tanya soalan macam tu, student-student yang tak ada communication skill tadi dia tak boleh jawab. Dia tak boleh jawab tu, dan bila dia tak boleh jawab ataupun tak memuaskan, itu yang dia kantoi. Senang kan? So it's only CV lagi. Resume yang power, personality yang power, potential ataupun potensi diri yang power. Kita boleh nampak HR dengan hiring manager boleh nampak because we are experienced lah. Okay, now let's go about CV. Okay, I tahu yang ni sama macam minggu lepas, ramai orang akan tanya. Let me go through first.
Kejap, Cik Nick, saya ada soalan. Sebab tadi Cik Nick cakap pasal appearance lah kan. Lepas tu ada soalan dari student, dia tanya untuk appearance tu sir, pemakaian mesti always formal ke for interview even the field industry itself not require formal attire?
Very good question. Okay, macam ni only you know what job you applied for and you going for CV. Senang cakap, bila you pergi interview sebagai seorang fresh grads, you memang kena pakai formal. That means kalau you pergi interview untuk macam mana nak cakap, contoh I don't think you akan pergi interview untuk buat mekanik, betul tak? So for example, kalau you pergi interview for project engineer ataupun site engineer ataupun whatever it is, you must be, kalau tak formal, at least minimum mesti smart casual. Mesti smart casual at least. And smart casual only relates to kalau you nak pergi kerja, apply kerja for example site supervisor ni diploma level tapi katakan you apply untuk site supervisor ataupun site engineer, that one you can be a bit casual. Casual macam mana? Maksud ialah mungkin kemeja lengan pendek dengan seluar kakis. Itu bagi I smart casual tu. Dia tak boleh go jeans, t-shirt bercollar, tak boleh. If you ask me, it doesn't send a good signal, dan ramai hiring managers yang I tanya pun, dia orang memang, the first thing dia akan tanya, apa ni pakai pun macam biasa-biasa, nak kerja ke tak nak kerja? Dia macam tu. Bila you interview, you kena pakai formal ataupun smart casual, depending on the role again. Kalau office work memang casual lah.
Tapi kan Cik Nick, bila yang kakis tu kan, memang in fact memang normally memang it's a norm, engineer akan pakai kakis tau. Kan? So that is smart casual lah for engineers. Yes. So
for engineers, yes, that is considered your formal lah tu. Itu considered your formal lah.
Kakis resembles engineers.
Exactly.
Kan?
Dia engineers, dia ada dia punya typical.
Yes.
Dia ada dia punya typical appearance. So kita tahu it must be that, because I've seen people coming with jeans. I've seen people coming with jeans yang jenis yang, kalau jeans hitam tak apa, is still proper. Tapi kalau jeans yang ada faded tu, no, it's a no. Now the key is this, understand this. You are applying for a job. So when you are applying for something, you must be really prepared, as in macam you nak present yourself well. Bila you dah dapat kerja, itu lain. Sebab I selalu cakap, bila dah dapat kerja, first day report duty, jumpa you punya hiring manager you kata, okay, besok memang kau nak pergi site, so tak payahlah pakai smart-smart macam ni. Biar dia cakap, jangan you buat. Itu key dia. Okay? Does that answer? I hope that answers,
Okay, Syafiq, is that answering questions? Alright.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Sekarang ni senang cakap, for guys, engineers, you engineers, guys, make sure kakis is there. Okay? Macam HR dia lain.
You know why I know? Because my husband is an engineer, so I know that kakis resembles engineers in Malaysia.
Yes. Kalau typical engineer, I cakap senang dia akan pakai kakis dengan baju petak-petak, lengan pendek.
Sometimes what call it t-shirt. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So engineers, please remain that along that line. Macam HR lain lah. HR kita akan pakai that slacks, etc. Slightly different. Okay, coming back to the CV. CV ni I ambil sebab ini antara CV yang I'll let you know, it catches HR punya eyes. Kenapa? Because it's very, ingat tak first thing I cakap tadi, organized kan? It's very organized. Bila kita tengok tu mata kita jatuh sedap je dia tengok. Okay. Now notice one thing about this girl This girl dia letak professional profile dia first, lepas tu dia letak dia punya work experience dia first. Dia letak work experience sebab dia ada entry level lah, tapi dia letak, nampak dia letak dia punya internship. Dia tak letak dia punya bachelor ke apa dulu dia letak dia punya work experience dulu. And that is the biggest thing. Because kenapa? Because bila HR, kita tengok bukan 1-2 CV adik-adikku, kita tengok beratus CV sehari. So mata kita tu dah macam, kalau siapa yang bagi CV yang kita nampak semak, memang actually it's not good to say this, tapi kita akan kata macam, I'll go to the next one. Okay, kita takkan tengok. Now, what makes us HR nak tengok? Work experience dekat awal, dekat first. If you are fresh grads and you only have your practical, I want to see that practical experience awal. Itu yang nak tengok. Okay, I tak kisah sebab kita ada ambil ramai orang fresh grads. We look at diorang punya practical. With that, pressure untuk korang lah, because your practical, make sure you buat betul-betul, you belajar betul-betul practical, you buat semua benda. That's when kita akan nampak you macam ada experience. That's number one. Nampak dia pandai, dia letak education dekat bawah dia punya experience Nombor dua, dia letak education, dia letak dia punya UKM. Kebetulan UKM bukan sebab UKM I ambil, dia tak. Dia letak dia punya UKM kat situ, and then dia letak dia punya sekolah menengah kebangsaan. Okay, for me sekolah menengah kebangsaan kita tak tengok. In your CV resume, kita nak tengok your highest level of achievement in terms of academic. Therefore, it can go university ataupun matrix. Sebab apa? Sebab kita nampak you ni daripada matrix pergi ke university ataupun daripada SPM. Okay, tapi kalau you dah letak situ matriculation, so kita dah tahu dah you daripada matriculation pergi ke university. Kita tak nak tengok you punya we don't want to see your SPM. Baik tempat yang ada SPM tu kita tutup, kita coverkan dengan benda lain. For example, skill ataupun apa yang you pernah dapat anugerah dekan ke, something like that. It's something more interesting for us to see. Involvement dekat universiti sangat penting. That's why belajar je tak cukup involvement penting. And I will explain to you why. Involvement penting sebab bila kita nampak situ you pernah jadi food committee, celebrity chef, program committee, bila kita nampak you ada buat benda-benda activity clubs, we know you can work in a team. Okay, I nak relate balik dengan benda yang cakap ni. You can work in a team. Kalau you director ataupun you assistant director untuk certain untuk sponsorship ke apa, we know you have the leadership skill. Then automatically kalau you pernah buat program-program ni, kita tahu you have good communication skill. Three of that most important thing yang I cerita tadi. That's why involvement is important. That's why CV ni I ambil juga, sebab dia letak nampak dia letak susunan dia cantik work experience, education, and then my involvement. Dia letak tu elok, so kita sedap baca. Nombor 4, language dia letak. Language for me setakat nak tulis bahasa Malaysia dengan English, written and spoken tak payah. Because we all know we can speak in English dengan Melayu. Sama ada bagus tak bagus, itu different story lah. Masa interview kita tahu. But for engineers, because I'm talking to engineers now, engineers will relate to softwares, to application. So you have to put software to whatever you know, you learn about software first rather than language. Nak tanya, apa software yang korang pernah pakai ni? Jangan cakap dengan Microsoft Office.
Banyak.
Senyap tu. Banyak tu macam apa?
Lab.
Lagi?
MATLAB, logo,
Lab,
Logo.
Okay.
Lab.
developer C++, code block.
Ada yang, okay, saya bacakan AutoCAD, Code Blocks, MATLAB. Okay. I mean like AutoCAD tu something good kan Cik ni kan?
AutoCAD is something good. AutoCAD for now, bila kita tengok CV, is already basic, mesti ada.
Yes.
When we are talking about engineers, you don't have AutoCAD ataupun bila suruh buat nanti, because ada certain tempat dia test you punya AutoCAD okay. Bila you tak boleh buat, that's about it. MATLAB is very good because most of the companies guna. So itu adalah benda-benda yang bukan setakat you tahu pakai I tak suka cakap basic. I suka cakap benda yang ekstra. Bukan setakat you tahu pakai, tapi you memang boleh pakai. That's where you need to put in there. Okay. So engineers, please remember, kalau you punya software, penguasaan software you kurang ataupun you tengok you ada 3 je, which is MATLAB, Microsoft Office, AutoCAD, I sarankan from now, semester 5, you cuba kuasai lagi macam-macam application. Which is, kenapa itu penting? It's my slides depan nanti. But it's very important. So you guys have to go on that basis. Kalau dari segi HR, okay lah Nick, you cakap macam-macam lah. HR sebenarnya tengok apa dalam CV ni? Okay, I dah buat dah. HR tengok nombor 1, benda ni. Tu nombor 1, nampak tak? Work experience. That's the first thing kita tengok. Bukannya kita kata budak fresh grad tak ada experience. No, you have experience, your practical experience. Okay, so if you have your experience dekat practical, letak situ kat atas sekali. We don't really want to know about your background, sebab kita tengok HR ni dia dah terror dah. Dia tengok you punya scope of work, dia dah tahu dah apa you buat, apa your background. Education go second dekat bawah. So nombor 2 apa yang kita tengok? Kita tengok software. And I'm talking specifically about engineers. Engineers, kita cepat tengok kat tempat software apa yang dia boleh pakai, because a lot of companies, kalau engineering company macam Muhibbah, dia ada specific orang kata software yang kita pakai. For example, planners kita nak pakai Primavera atau Microsoft Project. Kita nak tengok benda tu ada dalam tu. So those are the most important thing, because you are engineers. Engineers is different from social science. Kalau social science, I akan buat lain sikit. Tapi because you are engineers, I cater for engineers. We want to look at software. And number 3, apa yang kita tengok? Kita tengok skill. Do you have problem solving skill? Do you have analytical skill? Dan benda-benda yang you tulis tu, for example, ditulis kat dalam ni, very adaptive in working under pressure, has good communication and negotiation skills. How do we know? HR dan hiring manager adalah orang-orang yang sangat experienced. Dia akan tanya you soalan-soalan yang what we call behavioral punya soalan yang dapat membuktikan you ada skill tu ke tak. For example, okay, tell me an example where you work under highly stress punya environment but you perform. So students kena jawab benda tu yang apa benda tu? ODL.
Somebody wants to say something?
Yeah, somebody wants to say something dia. Apa tadi?
Said ODL.
Hilang pula dah ni.
He said ODL.
ODL tu apa?
Online.
What is ODL?
Online class.
Huh?
Online class.
Online class, online distance learning.
Yeah.
Online distance learning. Okay, ni challenge dia, which is a very good thing. Kalau you touch to online distance learning, what are you actually trying to say in terms of that is a skill? You must understand this. I'm trying to bring you to apa yang penting kat dalam industri sebenarnya. Okay, Nick bukan nak kutuk korang ke tak? Okay, Nick nak bagi tahu korang, the most important skills in when you are working, you must know. Itulah benda yang you must write, because kalau you write benda yang kita kata tak penting, it doesn't make any difference, betul? So skills yang penting kat dalam industri, yang industri nak tengok, number 1 is definitely analytical and problem solving skill. You must be able to show, to justify, to prove that you have good analytical and problem solving skill. Nombor 1. Nombor 2, decision making skill. Decision making skill dalam company memang bila you dah start kerja sangat penting, because walaupun you fresh grads, you will need to decide on things. Okay, so for example ODL macam you cakap dia, online punya ni kan. Okay, what is it that you are trying to say? What is it that you are trying to prove yang skill tu penting for industry? You must understand that. Kalau you rasa benda tu penting, which I'm not saying tak penting, I'm saying that you have to write it dalam bentuk yang HR faham. HR kata, this guy tulis pandai, I want to call him in. Nampak tak? Kena ada that thing.
Okay, saya bacakan kejap.
Okay.
Cik Nick, saya menyampuk. Okay, ODL, open and distance learning, and then ada somebody commented that ODL helps us to multitasking and time management. So that is basically justification lah about the skills tu kan. Yang ada a few tadi
okay.
yang cakap pasal ODL tu. Ada juga yang mention ODL is
yang justifikan ODL tu is a very good answer. Tapi I'm coming back to psychology. Okay. Psychology says that kalau you tulis ODL, orang HR dia tak faham benda ODL. Okay, you must write something that is generally accepted or generally understood. Therefore, kalau ODL tu mengajar you multitasking and time management, it's best for you to write multitasking and time management skill rather than ODL. Because then bila orang baca, we will automatically understand. Jangan tulis something yang betul tapi kita tak understand. We must speak the same language. Psychologically, writing CV is actually, writing resume is a psychology thing sebenarnya. You must write according to what that person wants to read. Bila you tulis macam tu, barulah dia kata, aku rasa nak sangat jumpa budak ni. Macam tu tau. So that's where the key is. Okay. Ada lagi soalan Dr. Puteri?
Kejap, ada yang cakap ODL is stressful. Okay. Kejap, ada yang raise hand tadi.
Sir.
Yes.
Kita kembali dekat bahagian software tu kan. Okay, macam contoh kita orang kan train to be engineer lah kan. But then kalau letak software yang tidak berkenaan dengan that field, is it okay or not?
Of course it's okay. And I'm going there very soon. A few slides ke depan you will understand why sekarang ni kalau you engineer, you cannot act like you an engineer. You must act like you know engineer softwares, you know IT softwares, you know programming. Okay? There's a lot of things yang you boleh letak ke dalam software tu. So yes, you must put it. That will be your advantage because people will see you as you ada something different. You are not just an engineer. So itu kelebihan dia.
Okay, thank you sir.
Welcome. Ada lagi Dr. Puteri before I proceed?
So far
ada siapa nak tanya ke?
Sekejap saya tengok dekat chat room ni is okay, no questions.
Kalau dia malu nak tanya tu susah communication skill.
No questions so far. So I think we can proceed Cik Nick.
Okay, alright. Ni cerita pasal resume. Resume is the first thing that gets you ataupun the key to you being called for an interview. Betul tak? Okay. So before dia tengok you ada communication skill, before dia tengok Nick handsome, dia akan nak tengok CV Nick dulu. CV Nick okay ke tak okay? Kalau CV Nick tak okay, automatically the second part you can forget about it. That's how important a resume is. So make sure your resume is good. I tak tahu macam nak tekankan, tapi itulah. Itu kunci dia, nombor satu. Nombor satu kena bagus. Nombor dua baru kita. Now when we talk about second, which is personality tadi. Personality you kena faham dah. Behavioral style you. You ni style macam mana? Am I a results driven guy? Ataupun am I a more supportive punya guy? I suka support people. I tak suka sangat push people. I suka support people. Ataupun adakah you jenis yang detail? Macam Dr. Puteri kan, salah tulis, salah eja pun dia pulang balik kat you. You must understand what personality you carry. Adakah you seorang yang banyak bercakap? Okay. Dekat dalam slide, so that's what we call, and I am a certified DISC as well. Dalam dunia dia ada 4 type of people. Dia ada 4 jenis orang yang kita kategorikan. Number 1 is they are driven person. Number 2 is the first driven person is the D. Number 2 they are an I person, which is what we call influential people. Number 3 they are S people, or what we call the steady people. Steady people tahu tak? Steady people ni jenis yang macam pergi makan mana ini babe? Sekati tak ada hal. Gua ikut je. Tu orang-orang S, orang-orang steady. Ataupun C, adakah you jenis orang compliance? Compliance maksudnya mengikut peraturan. Ada orang yang life dia sangat teratur tau. Naik kereta kena pakai tali pinggang. Ada orang live dia macam tu. Macam I'm an influencer. So I talk a lot and I senang nak grab your attention. So you must understand all these 4 elements dan you orang yang mana. Bila you tahu, baru you tahu strength you apa, because dalam DISC ni dia ada strength dan dia ada weaknesses. So you must know what's your strength, you must know what's your weaknesses. You must use more your strength, you must use less your weaknesses. Okay, this one is the personality part yang second tadi tu, yang when your CV is good, dipanggil you for interview, yang ni yang you kena tunjuk. If you are a D person, you are usually very confident. D person adalah orang-orang yang sangat confident. So kalau contoh for example, I kata tadi confident kan, confident is very important masa interview. Nombor 2 I kata communication skill, betul? Orang-orang I adalah orang-orang yang kebiasaannya, standard communication skill dia very good. Okay. Dan nombor 3 tadi I kata apa? Communication skill, appearance lah. Okay. Tapi S dan C ada juga dia punya what they are good at. So you must know this. Okay. Fresh grads unemployment, let's get things straight. Kenapa fresh grad susah unemployed? Nombor 1, skills mismatch. Siapa yang kata you tak ada experience kerja tu semua tipu Nombor 1, 50% of industry dia nak tengok soft skill sebenarnya. And only 31% dia yang tengok work experience. Why? My dear friends, is because knowledge boleh diajar. Soft skill ni yang menentukan you punya attitude tadi tu. Okay, that is the soft skills. So apa yang you belajar dekat universiti, yang difokuskan kat universiti, dan apa yang difokuskan kat industri, kebiasaannya adalah dua benda yang tak align. Kita ada masalah ni. That's the reason why sometimes budak-budak susah dapat kerja. Results bagus, tapi soft skills tak bagus. So knowledge macam-macam ada ni, tapi bila pergi tak dapat nak impress hiring manager. That's where it becomes an issue. So selalunya tu. Nombor 2, STM, tapi ini tak related because you are an engineer. STM is basically science, technology, engineering and also mathematics. So you guys are okay. Yang ni kalau social science dalam ni lah. Nombor 3, low TVET skills. TVET skills ni lagi satu problem sebab sekarang ni kalau orang-orang company employ graduates, bachelor, dia punya problem satu, dia akan kata alah bachelor ni tu kadang-kadang susah ni, dia tak nak buat benda yang level bawah. Contoh for example technician, dia tak nak buat benda-benda technician, dia nak orang diploma buat technician, dia nak buat benda-benda yang high level lah. So that's where it becomes an. So if you are an engineer, you must equip yourself with also the technician punya skill, because very soon the world will change. Engineers akan diminta bukan hanya buat engineering punya drawing etc, bukan benda-benda yang power je, dia juga adalah technician dan dia juga adalah supervisor, dia adalah semua benda. Okay. For these slides ada soalan tak? Sorry I pergi cepat sikit sebab laju tak cukup masa.
Okay, saya bacakan ada dua soalan dekat kita punya chat room ni, Cik Nick. Okay, saya bacakan. The first question daripada Isham, alright. So dia kata, soalannya dia kata jika industri seperti yang disebut memerlukan soft skill dalam pelbagai software yang bukan hanya basic tapi lebih daripada itu, bermaksud seseorang itu memerlukan komitmen untuk mempelajari semua itu. Lain maksud memerlukan komputer yang mampu untuk menampung semua software. Apakah pendapat tuan tentang hal ini?
Pendapat saya tentang benda ni adalah sangat simple. Kita industri bila you dah keluar, kita mengharapkan you have the equip yourself with all that. Kalau you tak equip yourself, kita ada banyak aja talent-talent lain yang mungkin equip yourself. The key here is graduates must understand they must be resourceful. Sama ada you kata software tu you nak belajar, macam mana cara you nak belajar is out of our cerita, because what we need to know is we need to know they are resourceful. Maksudnya walaupun laptop tak power ke apa ke, you'll find ways how to manage that. Nampak tak? Itu memerlukan managing skill tu. So bila you manage benda tu dan you bila you keluar you ada juga the knowledge, walaupun bermacam-macam halangan you ada, kita akan nampak tu sebagai you are resourceful. So it's not a matter of laptop, memerlukan laptop ataupun software power yang lebih tinggi, tak. It's you have to solve that. You have to be resourceful macam nak cari benda tu. Jawab tak soalan tu agaknya?
Menjawab soalan Syam. Okay. Second question saya tanyakan daripada Amir Ashraf, dia kata kalau saya attach my experience in trading in Bursa Saham Malaysia and my financial planning that shows my skills in good handling, high stress, pressure and decision making to make call on the trade, and also how well my planning to construct my financial planning. So itu je dia mention.
Amir Ashraf is one graduate yang memang tahu what I'm talking about. You ada skill trading. Dalam skill trading tu dia bukannya cerita pasal it's not engineering. It's not engineering, tapi you have skills in terms of being in under a pressure punya environment and you know how to decide. You can decide during that pressure. Itu yang kita nak tengok. Kita bukan nak tengok macam mana benda tu relate dengan engineering, tak. Kita nak tengok you have that skill tau, yang kalau tiba-tiba company perlukan orang yang dalam keadaan stres dia boleh buat keputusan, we look for Ashraf. Tapi that one selalu yang undergraduate selalu tak tahu macam nak tulis kat CV dia tu. Dia tahu dia pernah kerja sebagai cashier ataupun dia pernah kerja sebagai promoter dekat Aeon katakan tapi dia tak tahu macam mana nak packagekan benda tu sebagai dia bukannya kerja promoter bang. Dia sebenarnya kerja yang lebih power itu sebab masa kerja promoter ni I know how to talk to people. I know how to solve people ni problem. Itu Ashraf gets the idea. That is correct Ashraf. You are right. You must write it but you must write it in such a way that you tekankan, fokuskan kepada skill-skill yang trading yang you dapat daripada trading, bukannya you punya job scope. Ingat tak saya cakap tadi, accomplishment kan? You kena tulis benda-benda yang bukan you punya job scope, bukan job scope trading you, tapi you kena tulis I was trained to make decisions under pressure. Itu yang kita nak baca. That's what we want to learn. That's good Ashraf. Doctor, that is what I wanted to say.
Okay. Alright, so proceed. Okay, no more questions.
Okay. Alright. So the future of recruitment okay, recruitment trends once you ke depan nanti, once you graduate nanti, trust me, it's gonna be this four. Dia akan guna artificial intelligence. That means bila you dah minta kerja tu je yang you akan dapat notification sebab kita sekarang dah guna phone. So artificial intelligence is a very big factor dalam you punya job application. Every hiring will be done mobile. Macam you tahu sekarang sekarang FB dah ada FB punya minta kerja, LinkedIn. Kita ada macam-macam platform. Kita ada Jobstreet yang dah terlampau tepu. Kita ada Indeed, kita ada macam-macam Everything nowadays is not just going to be open interview etc. It's going to be mobile hiring. You have to have a lot of apps kat dalam you punya phone. You need to have bukan je satu CV. You need might probably to have a few CVs sebab kalau you nak minta electrical engineer je tak apa. You need one CV lah. Tapi kalau you nak minta juga kerja strategic management for example, you tak suka engineering, you suka project, you kena buat satu CV yang cater more for project so that orang HR nampak tu. Okay, so secara pendeknya you dah start kena fikir dah benda-benda ni. I'm not asking you to do, I'm asking you to give it a thought so that nanti you senang. Video interview, Muhibbah Engineering dah buat video interview je dah. Okay, and video interview is so awkward. Okay, kalau siapa yang biasa buat TikTok ataupun siapa yang pernah buat YouTube, I mean they're okay. But video interview is so awkward because you are talking to a screen.
Yes.
Okay, so some of and I've seen some fresh graduates, dia tak boleh handle sebab dia akan ambil phone dia akan pegang kat tepi ni, dia akan baca. Dan kita nampak kat dalam tu tau. Macam korang nampak I sekarang kan. Kalau kau nampak kau nampak macam I tengah pegang pun I baca kan. We can see that. Okay. So automatically you must prepare yourself for video interview. You mesti boleh bercakap etc. You mesti tahu mana nak sorok punya notes so that nampak macam you tak tipu And then the last thing is automation and analytics. All your data will be very much later akan tersimpan dalam phone, akan tersimpan dalam dia punya cloud system, HR punya cloud system. Artificial intelligence akan recommend kita what type of jobs yang you suitable for according to the keyword yang you letak dalam you punya CV. For example, kalau you letak situ engineering, memang engineering punya job lah. Kalau you tulis tu design, memang kita akan dapat keyword daripada design je lah. So automation, analytics, artificial intelligence, mobile hiring dikombainkan dalam satu platform yang baru, dia akan menjadi satu dunia yang berbeza. You dah tak minta kerja hantar CV hard copy. It's no longer that. Your profile untuk minta kerja, for example dalam LinkedIn ataupun dalam you punya Indeed atau JobStreet, dia dah jadi satu platform macam mana you create you punya Instagram, betapa hype-nya Instagram you, macam tu lah you kena buat juga you punya CV hype. Dia dah macam tu tau. It's no longer just your social media punya profile yang power. Your CV also must be power. You punya experience dalam LinkedIn. LinkedIn daripada sekarang dah start kena buat. You dah start kena connect with all the right people. And when you do that, you must have a good profile kat dalam LinkedIn tu. That means you ada join non-profit organisation, punya charity. You kena show benda-benda macam tu. Macam ni you hype kat Instagram, macam tu lah you hype dalam kerja. Okay, so those are the recruitment trends very soon coming towards you. Jangan risaulah. It will not change. By the time you sampai semester 8 nanti, you will look at this ataupun mungkin more than this. Yeah, so it's going to be more than that. I will continue. Future set skill. Okay. By the time you keluar nanti, kan I cakap tadi kan, you will no longer just be an electrical engineer ataupun engineer. Okay, because company daripada sekarang sebenarnya company dah tak nak dah. We don't want just a civil engineer, a electrical engineer. We want orang-orang yang multi-skill. Maksudnya macam ni ada banyak soalan tadi relates to this. You are a bachelor in engineering, your knowledge about engineering is considered basic. Memang benda tu you patut tahu macam tu lah, petik jari lah you kena tahu, okay? But you must also be somebody who knows programming. You must also be somebody yang tahu macam mana nak buat website. You mesti be somebody yang tahu macam nak buat video editing. Sebab engineers nanti akan disuruh juga buat video editing for a project. Okay? So you must have that skill lah. So it's no longer now I am a electrical engineer, I am a civil engineer. It's no longer going to be that. It's going to be my background is electrical engineer, but I also have I know how to basically create a website. I am also an entrepreneur. Dia benda-benda macam tu tau. Dia dah macam-macam. I am also a part-time videography punya people, that sort of thing. So you must be multi-skill. Tadi ada a student tanya, do we need to put that into our CV? Yes, you must put that into our CV. Where? Dekat you punya experience ataupun dekat you punya skill ataupun dekat you punya software. Those are the parts where you show that you are a multi-skilled person. Faham Laju sangat I cakap ni, tapi I hope it starts soon lah. Internet of Things. You must macam mana you basic kat dalam macam mana automatic you are an electrical engineer, you must also be an automatic in IoT ataupun Internet of Things. Maksudnya cloud punya system, cloud system programs is something that is second nature to you. Because company wants that. Dia dah tak nak you just tahu electrical engineer. Dia nak you tahu IoT because everything is IoT now. As you guys know, it's IR 4.0. Kita ni pun slow IR 4.0 So it must, an engineer apatah lagi must be very catered to IR 4.0. Kalau dia tak catered to IR 4.0, dia tak nampak sangat add value lah. And the last one is automation and integration, that is IR 4.0 lah. So future skill set mesti banyak open. So I would like to ask question lebih sebenarnya. Question. Ada question ke Dr. Putri? Atau ada siapa nak tanya?
Saya bacakan soalan. Dia kata tadi Sir ada mention for the CV kita kena buat difference based on what positioning field yang kita nak mohon. So let's say lah kalau kita nak apply 2 positions on that one particular company, do we still need to submit 2 different CV?
Of course. Of course, because on the background of it, bila kita HR, your application selalunya bila dekat company, dia akan masuk, katakan dia ada buka satu for project engineer, satu lagi kita katakan dia buka for satu project engineer, katakan lagi satu dia buka for ERP system lah katakan. You are a project engineer, you are an engineer, you nak minta apply for both. So satu CV bila you hantar, dia akan pergi ke this folder. belakang punya cerita, dia akan masuk ke folder ni. Satu lagi CV yang you hantar tu dia akan masuk ke folder ni. So we will open the specific folder to see who are the people. So therefore automatically, adakah I kena apply satu je ke atau dua? Yes, you can apply dua. You can have to apply for this, you have to apply for this. Now you have to remember, project engineer punya background ataupun what needs to be in your CV is very different from ERP tau. Kalau you letak project engineer punya CV ataupun resume dekat dalam ERP ni you akan fail lah, because orang akan nampak you sebagai project engineer rather than ERP. Sebab tu I cakap there's no one size ataupun one resume fits all. I advise you not to do that. Actually professional pun tahu sebenarnya tak boleh ada satu CV. You must have two CV. That is the reason why we are talking now. We are talking now sebab kalau boleh kita nak students identify where actually they want to go, career path mana dia nak pergi, so that dia boleh tahu tau. In my practical, I need to get this set of knowledge. So untuk I jual myself. So katakan tadi, for example, Nick, dia electrical engineer. Dia memang dah boleh buat satu CV generic lah for electrical engineer. Tapi Nick sebenarnya interested in ERP system tau. So Nick kena tahu dah untuk in order for him to do this CV yang boleh cater for ERP system, dia punya internship dia dah start kena buat benda-benda yang ERP. Therefore dia kena apply tempat-tempat ERP ataupun dia kena ada belajar software ERP. That's how I can sell myself here. So you tak boleh ada dua CV, you kena satu CV. So automatically you have to send to both. So answer dia secara pendek lah, you have to send to both lah. Ada lagi Dr. Puteri?
Tak ada, itu saja.
Tak ada dah? Hai, sikit je soalan.
Maybe later ada lagi soalan tu. Okay.
Sebab kita dah nak habis. So what you need to remember is you need to remember future skills set in demand. Kalau the whole lot of things you lupa hari ni, you remember this slide ni. Slide ni yang paling penting. Because slide ni menunjukkan bahawa no longer are you comfortable with just being an electrical engineer ataupun engineer. It's time for you to have multi skills, because engineers will be doing kerja-kerja technician, engineers will be doing kerja-kerja yang manager diorang buat, engineers will do design, engineers needs to be very second nature to AutoCAD, MATLAB, semua dia akan buat semua. We need people multi-skill. At the same time, kalau you pergi company kecil mungkin akan mengharapkan you juga buat website dia. So bila you ada semua skill ni dan bila you kerja company tu, dia nampak you, Nick ni aku suruh buat website boleh, jadi engineer boleh, suruh buat design boleh, you will be appreciated as in you ada added value. That's how you rise. That's why you cepat naik. That's why you ada kelebihan tu. Okay?
Ada yang tanya, mungkin nanti boleh share tak Cik Nick slide ni dengan kami? Dia kata kalau boleh, dia kata.
Apalah tak
Share
boleh
the
pula,
slide.
boleh je, tak ada masalah. Boleh, tak ada
Okay, so
masalah.
nanti Cik Nick akan share lah, alright, Ibnu Fadlan.
Tapi yang paling penting bukan slides tu. Remember, yang penting ialah slides tu is just slides. Yang penting content dalam tu. Yang tak ada dalam tu, yang kita dah explain hari ni. Okay? Okay. Slides I dah habis. What I want to tell you sebenarnya ialah, daripada yang kita dah discuss tadi, because a very short time, my job sebenarnya is to bagi tahu you beberapa kesimpulan. Nombor satu, UiTM siapkan program ni is just the right timing for you because you have time for you to improve. And as you can see in the slides, improvements begins with an I, not you ataupun anybody else, but improvements begin with you. So you ada 8 semester if I'm not wrong, Dr. Puteri?
Yes.
Semester 5, semester 6, 7, 8. You have that semesters for you to improve. And I don't think you can get this wrong lah. Kalau you improve according to apa yang I tulis tadi atau apa I explain tadi, in terms of CV, in terms of personality, in terms of having the potential, I rasa cukup dah. Cukup sangat dah untuk you be one of the best lah. Because as we grow older, I notice sebenarnya fresh grad ni semua sebenarnya kita semuanya on a level playing field, tapi ada certain grads je yang dia ada something extra. So it's not that difficult to have that extra tu. Dan most of the time yang ada extra tu adalah orang-orang yang dah pre-plan tau. Dia dah plan macam mana jalan dia. So they have that. So you are just at the right time for you to do the improvements. And you remember this, apa yang you buat hari ni janganlah kata meletihkan ke apa. You hanya akan nampak benda-benda yang you will reap the rewards later tau. Apa-apa yang you buat hari ni, you akan reap the rewards later. Kalau you tak buat apa-apa hari ni, trust me, because I pun dah tua, I dah nampak dah orang yang tak buat apa-apa hari ni, dekat masa depan, dia adalah orang yang sangat kanchiong. Dia adalah orang yang sangat, alah menyesal aku kenapa aku tak prepare tu. Kalau aku dah prepare, mesti aku dah boleh. So, you need to start now. Yang I nak cakap, you need to start now. And you need to understand industry and when you are studying in academic is two different things altogether. Okay. Apa yang you belajar mungkin you have to unlearn and relearn balik semula. Okay. So it's always good for you to be, bukan nak kata academic salah, tak. What I'm saying is dia tak align. Dia macam tak kena sangat tau. So it's always good for you to, every time ada je industry punya talk, etc., pergi. Jangan kata, alah, the talk seminar boring. Industri punya you must go because you akan ada insight kepada apa yang industri nak sebenarnya. Because bila you terlampau dekat dalam akademik, kadang-kadang you tak nampak apa yang industri nak. Itu masalah graduate sekarang sebenarnya. The misalignment itu je.
Okay, ada soalan lagi ya Cik Nick. Okay, dia nak tanya.
Okay. I suka banyak soalan.
Okay, nowadays kan ramai students yang terlibat dengan online businesses. So, macam mana kita nak prove that in our work experience? How to prove? Dia kata ramai student buat, how to prove that? I mean like mungkin dia kata how to write kot.
I think
kan?
I think it's how to write. Yeah, I think it's how to write.
Okay. In our work experience dia kata macam mana mungkin dia buat tu macam mana kita nak nampakkan okay that is a very good skill for them to kan macam itulah nak tulis kat dalam tu.
Yang ni I nak betulkan sikit, I nak alignkan sikit kalau, and I know a lot of millennials nowadays, diorang memang ada business. Bila you pergi ke company yang established, for example Muhibbah Engineering, yang public listed, yang memang kerja dia bukan startup dia memang dah big. Diorang sangat tak suka budak-budak ni. Kenapa? Sebab bagi dia, millennials are just there to just kerja sekejap and then jump because they already have an entrepreneurship experience. Okay. Itu nombor satu. Nombor dua, I nak bagi tahu you, kalau you masuk company startup yang kecil, dia sangat appreciate kalau you ada entrepreneurial punya skills. Because why? Because dia tahu dia pun startup. So bila ada orang yang sendiri startup, yang startup business, they think alike tau. So they like each other. So I would suggest that kalau you are going for big companies, ni sekali lagi kena customize your CV Kalau you pergi big companies, cara you nak tekankan you ada business tu is more tekankan about skill rather than the business, so that dia tak salah baca. Contoh for example, entrepreneurial skills mengajar you, for example you ada business kan, you boleh kata that you have actually you have succeeded in terms of accomplishment of establishing network. Benda-benda macam tu dia nak dengar, establishing network, ataupun you have involved yourself in a very successful product design. Walaupunlah kerja you sebenarnya you ambil barang, you beli, you repackage, you jual kan, for example lah. Okay, but those are the keywords yang company nak dengar. Company tak nak dengar kau dah ada business. Dia tak nak dengar tu. Dia rasa sangat berbahaya. Tapi dia nak tahu kalau you have successfully established a good networking, for example in terms of barang yang you jual. Ataupun dia nak tengok whether you are involved ataupun you lead. You lead lah lagi best. You lead a product development daripada from scratch until benda tu dah jadi barang dan jual. If you are selling something like that, they would want to listen to that. They want to read that more. Dia tak nak read you have your own business. Itu I think masih lagi stigma, tapi I think it's something yang it's better for you not to go in that line lah. I think it's better for you to use words ataupun phrases yang menunjukkan you ada skill tu. I hope that answers Dr. Putri ataupun siapa yang tanya tu.
Okay. Second question, alright. Dia kata sepanjang pengalaman Cik Nick sebagai HR, apakah soalan paling killer yang pernah ditanya kepada fresh grads?
Soalan paling gila. Soalan paling gila sebenarnya dia tak ada sebenarnya soalan paling gila. Soalan paling gila yang ramai fresh grads fail is tell me why you are suitable for the job. Walaupun benda tu kalau you buka, if you are resourceful, that's why I cakap the graduates must be resourceful. Kalau you buka dalam internet, ada banyak je questions yang selalu ditanya dan orang ada siapkan jawapan sekali tau kepada that question tadi. What makes you think you are suitable for the job? Or why should we choose you for the job? Okay. This is soalan paling gila yang I pernah nampak because ramai sangat orang, especially Melayu, fail to answer this question. Kenapa? Because, and this is the reality of it, pelajar-pelajar, terutama sekali fresh grads yang Melayu, biasanya dia orang very low profile. Okay, bagi mereka bila dia cakap I'm suitable for this job because I am capable, I have the confidence skill, I have the communication skill, I have the experience during my practical time where I do this, dia nak cakap benda tu sangat berat. Padahal sebenarnya benda tu lah the question of tell me why you are suitable for this job ataupun why should we hire you is actually bukan soalan dia. Soalan dia ialah sebenarnya now please sell yourself kat kami. Itu soalan dia sebenarnya. So, itu soalan yang paling gila. Itu soalan yang all of you must be ready. Why? Because you must be ready kenapa you are suitable for the job. That means you kena buat research why you are suitable for the job. Nombor dua, you must have, macam I cakap tadi, the confidence and also the communication skill yang patutnya korang dah practice daripada sekarang so that bila orang tanya you soalan tu, you boleh jawab macam ni je. Of course, I am the most suitable for this role because I have the communication skill. I communicate with people in a very exceptional level. I can actually talk to people downline right up to the bosses. I can talk to them effectively. I can get things done. I have the experience of doing this. Nampak tak? That's what you call talking with confidence dan ini yang I tak nampak dalam fresh grads. Fresh grads Melayu lagi teruk. Bila tanya kenapa nak buat macam tu? Memang macam humble gila, macam biasalah I'm willing to learn etc. But you cannot be humble in this because you are selling yourself. You mesti bagi tahu kenapa, you kena bagi tahu orang betul-betul why am I suitable. You mesti tahu your strength, you mesti tahu your skill, you mesti sell. Kalau you tak sell, you tak boleh jual. So that is the killer yang I pernah tengok Selalunya memang orang flang benda tu.
Alright, okay.
So,
Number
kiranya
3. Saya nak bacakan dulu kejap soalan dia sebab ada lagi 2-3 soalan ni saya kena bacakan dulu.
Kejap yang tanya tadi kita come back to you.
Okay, so ada soalan dia kata Muhibbah Engineering terima internship tak sir? And ada tips yang sir boleh share if nak intern dengan Muhibbah Engineering?
Nak intern dengan Muhibbah Engineering. Sekarang ni kita tutup sebab COVID. So the only way for you to check is sama ada lepas Chinese New Year tahun depan baru berkemungkinan kita akan check dengan bos sama ada kita buka balik ke tak. So currently tak. Tapi to be honest Muhibbah Engineering kalau electrical punya graduates kita sangat kurang. Sebab kita more to construction. So we are more looking at civil, mechanical, electrical ada kita ambil tapi tak banyak lah because kita punya electrical is a very small team. So if you ask me, soalan tu you need to check again after Chinese New Year tahun depan sama ada kita nak tengok COVID ni macam mana sebenarnya. Because masa kita buat internship masa COVID dulu ada banyak universiti suruh kita stopkan internship budak-budak internship. So kita ada problem lepas tu. So that I hope that answers the question. Kena check boleh nanti.
Okay, then the question juga dia kata if a company has one vacancy and they had to choose between 2 fresh grads, one has an almost perfect CV and one has a moderate CV but has an inside, also known as a cable. Maybe he's the son of the vice president of the company. In your opinion, which one would the company choose?
Senang jawapan ni. Whatever it is, there's 2 things relating to cable. Ada satu kabel jenis yang bos atas kata ambil. Ataupun ada yang kedua, bos atas kata cuba tengok whether suitable or not. Ada 2 jenis kabel. Kabel nombor 1 memang kita kena ambil lah. There's no way for us to say no. Kabel nombor 2, kita akan tengok sama ada okay ke tak okay. Kalau tak okay, kita akan give back the feedback sama ada okay tak okay. Now, your question already I nampak dah salah. Kenapa? Because you start tanya soalan macam kabel dengan tak kabel, mana akan dapat kerja? You should not be thinking about that. Nombor satu, dapat kerja, tak dapat kerja bukan kabel, rezeki. Let's get it right first. Dapat kerja, tak dapat kerja is actually rezeki, bukan kabel. Nombor dua, putting aside orang ada kabel dengan orang ada knowledge ataupun super CV and super personality, siapa yang pergi jauh? Yang pergi jauh automatically orang yang ada super CV and super personality, not the cable. Walaupun mungkin cable tu dia mungkin personality dia bagus dan CV dia bagus juga. What I'm talking about now is not about cable atau tak. We should stop thinking about that. We should stop thinking about this stigma pasal cable ni. What we need to do is we need to look at ourselves, improve ourselves, because kita yang justify diri kita. Because bila kita ada knowledge, kita ada confident, kita ada personality yang bagus, we will pergi mana-mana pun we are going to be liked tau. So we don't need cable. So kita dah nampak dah kita tak perlukan cable. Kalau ada cable, tak ada cable, I am confident about myself and apa yang how I carry myself. So I think the question, though is a good question, I think we all should start hilangkan stigma cable ni. Because Muhibbah for example, tak banyak pun yang ambil cable. No. So tak semua company ada cerita kabel ni, but improve ourselves so that we have the knowledge, we have the personality, we have the content, confidence that will carry us mana-mana kita pergi. Kabel can only go to a certain level. Kalau company tu dia ada kabel, dia boleh pergi company tu je. Tapi if you improve yourself holistically, you tak perlu kabel mana-mana you pergi. So you can stand alone. So that's where you are better. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. And that is the mentality yang kita kena ada. That's the mindset yang kita kena ada sekarang.
Do we still have time? Because we have today kita ada banyak soalan dekat chat room ni. So we have macam 4 to 5 questions. Is it okay, Mr. Nick?
I'm okay, boy. Right. I'm okay, doctor. No worries.
Okay. So the next question is dia kata saya pernah dengar daripada orang yang dah interview. Masa interview tu orang tu tanya berapa gaji yang awak nak. Betul ke tak soalan ni pernah ditanya, dan jika betul macam mana nak jawab? Adakah nak jawab nak gaji yang tinggi atau gaji yang suitable ikut skop kerja? That is good question juga lah kan for them to know kan.
Good. I love all the questions and it's all good questions. Okay, that is a very good question. Soalan berapa gaji you nak memang mana-mana interview you pergi akan ditanya. Jangan risau, dia cuma cara dia tanya berapa gaji you nak, ataupun what is your expected salary, ataupun what makes you think you can get 5,000 for this salary. Dia punya approach je. Tapi every HR ataupun hiring manager will ask you that question. Okay, kenapa? Because it's a very tricky question. Because the question about gaji yang you nak minta will, number one, show you faham tak market punya gaji. Kita nak tahu ni tau, kita nak tahu undergraduate ni resourceful ke tak. So undergraduate yang resourceful, dia akan tahu tau, as a fresh grad, what is the normal salary. So bila dia tanya tu, dia nak tengok you sebenarnya tahu tak what is the market rate, they call it. Nombor dua, dia nak tahu you minta gaji banyak ni, boleh tak you the word is justify. Can you justify why you are good? So katakan kalau dia tanya soalan dekat somebody yang tak confident, berapa gaji you nak? I would expect 5,000 lah gaji. Okay. Kenapa you nak 5,000? Dia nak tahu kenapa you boleh justify tak you nak 5,000. Sebenarnya bukan pasal gaji. Sebenarnya pasal can you justify what if I give you this amount? Kerja macam ni tau. If I give you this amount, what can you give me in return? That's what they want to know. So it's very important for you how to answer. How to answer simple meh je. I bagi you tips how to answer. How to answer is like this. I am quite sure that in every company, the HR or the company would have a generic set of salary that is equivalent to the years of experience. And for me, I am more interested in the work because I'm a fresh grad, so I'm more interested and focused to be involved in the work, to be involved in a good project, and to produce good results. For me, salary will come with whatever that I produce. Itu jawapan dia. Kalau jawapan tu you cakap dengan confident orang tu memang sure akan ambil you kerja je. Sebab dia memang suka jawapannya tu. Dia nak tengok fresh grads tak kisah pasal gaji. That's our typical thing. But if you're asking for salary, we want to know, can you justify or not? Dah besar memang macam tu je cerita dia. Okay, boleh?
Right.
Cukup tak tu? Is it okay?
Alright, so next question. Sir, is it necessary to bring certificates of achievements during interviews?
Usually you bring lah, tapi very seldom they look at it. Sebab apa? Sebab when you apply for a work, for a job, you dah bagi all your necessary copies tau.
Yes.
And then necessary copies ni I would like to give a note juga. Tak payah sampai form 1, form 3 you bagi you punya sijil, tak. Actually what's important for fresh graduates is this. We don't really want to see your academic punya, unless kalau you anugerah dekan ada sijil kan, okay kita tengok. But remember this, we wanted to see more of a big thing tau. Contoh for example, when I say professional cert is something yang kita akan tengok lama sikit. For example, you represent Selangor in tennis for example. Those are the things yang important for us tau. Benda-benda kecil macam certificate of attendance in one of the club punya ni tak berapa sangat. We don't really want to look at that unless if it's something yang significant. Like for me, mewakili negara ataupun negeri significant because it shows that your standards are high standards. Professional certs are important. That's why fresh graduates must spend time untuk cari mana yang ada free line atau kabel yang ada free professional certs. Tak kisah online ke apa, tapi kalau free atau murah, take it as investment. You kena ambil sebab benda tu yang kita nak tengok, sebab kita dah kerja ni, kita tak tengok benda-benda sijil-sijil yang kecil-kecil tu, kita tak tengok. To be honest lah, kita hanya tengok benda-benda yang significant. Okay, you have to decide what is significant. You have to decide on that.
Okay, last questions in the chat room. Alright, okay, Cik Nick nak tanya, certain companies sometimes buat lunches in lieu of an interview session dalam bilik. How do you prepare for that?
Okay. They wanted, actually the first idea why kita buat tu is because kita tak nak, bila you datang interview formal, you terlampau keras tau, and you are putting a lot of mask tau, macam-macam topeng you pakai. So a lunch interview is actually an environment where kita dapat nampak perangai you yang sebenar. Because bila dah lunch you akan automatically, because dia bukannya interview sangat, you are more relaxed tau. So company yang pandai, dia nak tengok how somebody is when they are relaxed, not when they are during interview. So bila dia nampak you punya perangai natural you, and when your body, your physiology body bila you dalam keadaan relax, you akan dia dapat nampak perangai sebenar you tau macam mana. So that means dia nampak bila dia bercakap dengan you macam mana, when they ask you soalan-soalan sentap, soalan-soalan yang berbahaya you sentap ke tak, dia nampak. So I think you need to be very good in your personality for you to go through this type of interview. It's very dangerous because diorang akan tak kisah apa you cakap sebenarnya. Dia akan kisah more about how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you behave in a certain situation. Dia very matang tau. Dia punya cara tu very matang. Dia nak tengok macam mana kalau aku ambil kau kerja, if I let you meeting with client, I can see macam mana you meeting with client. Dia nak tengok tu tau. Dia nak tengok how do you carry yourself. That's why appearance tadi sangat penting. Appearance, confident, communication skill. Percayalah cakap I, that carries you a long way. So if you are involved in this type of interviews, just make sure that you must shine kan your personality tu, you must shine kan. You must have good communication skill definitely. You must be able to handle situation very relaxed. Kalau you dapat equip semua tu, insyaAllah you should be okay.
Okay, so I think that's it lah. If anyone has any questions, I think that they are free to email to Cik Nick or asking kan, but we have kita dah over for like it's 4 o'clock dah. So everybody is very interested kan. So they have so many questions, right? So I think that if we keep this going, so sampai malam nanti tak habis, people asking a lot of questions, right? So I think that I have to stop it until now lah.
Okay. Macam ni. Let me just end it sekejap, Doktor ya.
Okay, alright, sure.
I would like to thank all of you, especially UiTM and Urus Setia semua, for having me. The reason why I bagi you my email address and my handphone number is because of that. Because we have short time, I tahu tak cukup time. So any of you, if you have any issues, any problem, any suggestion you nak, please email me and also please WhatsApp me. I think tadi ada slides. I don't know. Doctor can, maybe I should go sekejap, Doctor ya.
Sure, no problem.
I'll just go back sekejap dekat the, where is it now?
First.
There you go. You have my email address kat situ, my handphone number kat situ. Just WhatsApp me, just email me if you need anything. Because we know we are short of time. And selalunya benda-benda macam ni memang tak cukup time. Yeah.
Yes.
But thank you very much. I love all your questions. It's very good questions. I can see that this session memang budak-budak punya soalan is more interesting and matang punya soalan. And I love it. Thank you very much.
Okay. So terima kasih Cik Nick atas perkongsian dan terima kasih jugalah sudi meluangkan masa where kita dan limit kita dah sampai half an hour kan.
Yeah.
Lepas tu can I minta all of the students to on your camera so that we can have our photography session. So ramai yang cakap thank you Cik Nick, thank you. Alright. Okay, so saya bacakan. Thank you pun saya bacakan. Okay, so students, can you please on the camera so that kita ada photography session. Cik Nick boleh ni lah unsharekan again so that kita dapat satu full of
dah unshare kan? I dah unshare dah.
Yeah, still ada. We can still see the document.
Is it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay dah.
So so yang the rest boleh on the camera so that kita boleh ada photography session. Baru berapa orang je ni? Belum Cik Nick suruh buat video kan? Nak introduce yourself ke kan? So please minta kerjasama dari semua pelajar untuk onkan kamera. Kejap kita tunggu ada few tengah. Nak sikat rambut ke, nak betulkan tudung ke. At least dekat first page ni I can get penuh kan, so that senang nak ni. Okay, so get ready. Saya off, tutup saya punya. Alright. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Alright. Another one. Okay, so kejap the next page. Sebab ni kan hari ni ada 100 lebih. We have. Okay, saya tak lupakan the next page. So insyaAllah semua orang ada dalam report. Okay, so the next page. Okay, ni pun ramai juga. Sebab kita ada hari ni kita ada 170 lebih participants. Kan. Okay, so please on the camera so that kita akan ada photography session. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, another one. Kita tengok ada tak the next page lagi. Okay, tak ada. So kita ada 2 pages je yang on camera.
Malu.
Kita
tengah tengok cerita Korea. Bukan percaya tu ni.
Malu is one thing and then saya mungkin ada kekangan nak on camera kan. Okay. So terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada Cik Nick dan juga kepada semua pelajar-pelajar petang ni. Sangat best, sangat aktif, you guys rock. Alright, so we'll see again insyaAllah. So macam apa kata Cik Nick, prepare yourself earlier so that bila time you graduate, so you are well prepared. Okay, so thank you so much Cik Nick and kepada semua pelajar, thank you so much also. Jangan lupa isi borang attendance dan juga segala borang maklum balas. Okay, thank you.
Thank you everybody, see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Bye.
Thank you.
Students this petang ni.
Thank you, sir.